All right, we're live on both platforms again.
Hello.
All right. Hey, what up?
Jay Anthony.
KO to the chaos. All right, so just a quick update. We're gonna be on here about 10 minutes or less.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to be on here longer?
I guess we'll see where it's going. I thought it was going 20 minutes.
20 minutes, 30 minutes. But like I posted on Instagram, we're just gonna do an update of our journey, just kind of a recap of our journey, who we are, what we do, why we do it, and who we do it from, and how I come up with these hits in the studio. But yeah, you got an intro yet?
No.
Still ain't got an intro. That's cool. All right, well, it's gonna start from the beginning. Who are you?
I'm Lavessa Posey. She named me Bae for this series.
He's Bae.
And yeah, and I'm just here to become debt free, let y'all know about our journey, and let y'all know what we're doing to become debt free, and hopefully inspire others to do the same.
Oh, that's a really good intro. So I'm Jay. Same thing. We're on our journey. I was going to say something else. We're on our journey to becoming debt free. Right now, we're focusing on my student loans, and then eventually we'll get into the mortgage, but we can talk about that later. But we're on a journey to becoming 100% debt free.
And I guess my name is Lavester. I don't know if I said that. So that's my real name.
Yes. So we started this journey, and I wanted to pull up the numbers. I wanted to be completely and totally accurate. But we started this journey in June. After, I guess it had been a couple months since it was made known that federal student loans were going to be in forbearance. No more interest is going to accrue for this period. And once you paid off your interest, then all the money that you paid toward your student loans will go toward the student loans, completely toward the balance. So I was like, okay, that's, maybe you should really, really take advantage of this. And I'm trying to pull up the number again. I had it bookmarked, but then, I had it pinned to my Twitter, but then I changed it because I started promoting my business. But yeah, so we wanted to take advantage of the forbearance period and really knock down loans, because we have been paying on student loans. And we were seeing a difference, but absolutely not having to pay any interest was really going to make things extremely helpful. So we started with that in June, and we had about 40. It's pretty far. We started in June. Okay, here it is. So we started in June with $43,457. And then by August 21st, we had managed to pay down $13,000. So we were at $30,643 in June. And then once the end of the year hit, we were at $20,969. And that was on December 23rd. And really what we were doing, just paying down debt. Do you want to go in a little bit into what our plan is and what we do and what we're doing still?
So it's pretty simple.
Is it simple though?
Yeah. So pretty much since we're in the pandemic,
panoramic.
Before we did a lot of traveling and we did a lot of things with our money. But since we're in the pandemic, we saved all that money and we put ourselves on a allowance. So we each had $100 a month to spend, and we just tried to stick to a budget, and $250 for food, $100 budget a month for each of ourselves, and we tried to just stick to that. So that's pretty much the only, besides our bills, that's only the extra money going out. And so we stuck to that, and then we just paid $2,000 or anything extra. Like the minimum payment for the loans was $2,000, and anything extra that came in also went towards the loans.
And I just want to add that we're still in forbearance, right? And this $2,000 was not the minimum payment established by the loan provider. This was $2,000 that we managed to scrape together just, after paying the bills for our 4 walls and then our $100 allowance. So after all of our expenses, then we, after we cut back on everything and just were like, all right, we're going to focus on this, we managed to pay about $2,000. And we're extremely grateful and extremely blessed to be in that position, especially considering what, the current state of the world. And, we're just really grateful and blessed and thankful, all of the above, just everything, to be able to pay that extra $1,000, $2,000 a month. Oh, were you done?
Oh, yeah.
What else was I gonna say? So yeah, we've been doing that pretty so we did that pretty consistently until I would say maybe like November. And to be 100% honest, we have not been consistent since November. That's why you notice kind of the drop off. We were doing really well, and then we haven't made that much progress since November. In November, we were at oh no, the page refreshed. Okay, no, it didn't. Okay, so in December, we were at $20,969, and I'm gonna get to our current total in just a minute. But we were at just under 21,000 at the end of the year, at the end of 2020, and we're down a couple thousand, but not on track, not where we thought we would be at this point. Because, like we mentioned, some of our other videos, we had my birthday, and then we had the holiday, and then just some other things going on. But we're still on target to be done at the end of 2021, which was always the goal. Really, the goal was for me to be debt free before I was 30. So we're still making, pretty good progress. No more student loans. So having all the student loans paid off before I was 30. So we still got some time there. Yeah, still doing well there. Nothing. Oh, okay. That's
I'll mess everything up.
That's fine. Let it lean back.
All right.
There. That's good. Let's come over some. Okay, we need to get our camera situation together, and maybe we will, once we pay off these student loans. Okay. Dang, there was really something else that I was going to say. Oh, I also wanted to mention, if we hadn't mentioned it before, we are also grateful to be in a position to pay down some of the balance with some of the savings we had. So it's not like all of this was just income and not all of this was just penny pinching. And I think that's really important to mention, because a lot of times these articles are like, this woman and this family paid off $100,000 in 2 years, but they never mention what they had to do that, or what they did to do that. And I get it, clickbaity titles and whatever and all that, but we pulled from our savings. This wasn't just, hustle, grind. Although there has been some of that as well, but this wasn't just that.
Yeah. So a lot of our extra income, I had student loans before, so a lot of our, like she said, a lot of our savings we did at the beginning, we put it towards that. And then our refund checks from the government for our taxes last year, and some of this year also went towards that debt as well. And the stimulus check. So
yes, come on, Maybach Joe. So yes, it wasn't just
Yeah, we didn't start at zero. We just negative 50,000. We started at zero. We had something saved up, but we just started putting more money towards it.
So yeah, I really wanted to mention that and make that point, because being able to pay off what some people make in a year, that is not an easy feat. And I've always heard the advice, you didn't accumulate this debt in 2 years, you didn't accumulate this debt in 6 months. It's not necessarily realistic to be able to pay all this debt off in 6 months or 2 years. What you mean?
I'm just saying, like, did you not accumulate all that debt when you signed that dotted line?
No, what I'm saying is I didn't accumulate $43,000 in 1 year, which is the amount of time I'm trying to take to pay it off.
Mm-hmm.
So it took 4 years of undergrad and then a year of grad school. It took me 5 years to accumulate $43,000.
Yeah.
And so, give yourself some grace if it takes you longer than 6 months or 2 years to pay it off, because it took you 5 years to accumulate it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I'm thinking like people that take like $30,000 for one semester or $30,000 for 1 year of school.
Mm-hmm.
So then at the end they have like $100,000 in debt for all 4 years or something.
Yeah, but I mean, you can. Okay, so it literally takes 5 seconds to sign the dotted line, but. In that case,
in our case, it's different. So,
it's different. If you, and again, we don't know anybody's situation, and everybody's situation is different. We just hope that you will do what's best for you. But consider, maybe you don't need $30,000, and if you do, what's your plan to pay it off? Because now we're older. People probably watching our channel and following our journey are probably a little bit older, mid-20s, 30s, 40s, and up. So we're not those 18-year-old college students, those 21-year-old college students, or just new to adulthood type people. We have a little bit of life experience now. We know kind of what's going on. So consider, do you need these things? If you need a loan, if you live, if debt is not against your values or your philosophy, then do you need this $30,000 loan? Maybe can you do it in 15? Can you do it in 10? Can you save up a little bit and then, take out a smaller loan? And then what's your plan to repay your loan? Can you afford the monthly payments? If not, then maybe reconsider. Do you have to do this right now? Can you do it later? Can you do it in another way? Can you find another lender? Can you renegotiate the terms and conditions of your loan? All that. So that's just kind of something that I've learned. What have you learned on this journey? Oh, before that, I wanted to hit on if it was easy getting you on board to do this.
Yeah, it was pretty much. I don't say I didn't really have any hesitation to saving money or anything. I used to buy a lot of random things on Amazon.
Who didn't? Especially during the Panasonic.
Yeah, just cut back on that, I guess. But yeah, it really wasn't a big issue for me.
Mm-hmm. Because one of his values has always been, at least since we've been removed from college and seriously dating and married and all that kind of stuff. One of his values is financial freedom. I always look at this and I'm like, dang girl, where are your eyebrows? How random. But he's always valued financial freedom. So it really wasn't that difficult to get him on board. I came to him literally one day and I'm like, babe, we need to be debt free. We need to cut back all of our spending. And he was pretty much just like, okay. Because he could understand the benefits of doing so.
Mm-hmm. And then I always had, like I said, I always wanted to be debt free and everything. But before, my mind state was, as long as we're making more than the minimum payment, then we'll eventually get there before the time. So I don't know, with your mortgage, they got a 15 or 30-year mortgage. As long as we're paying more than what's due, we're gonna finish paying it off before that time. So I guess I wasn't in a rush to be debt free before.
Right. And my philosophy was, and again, everybody's views and things are different. We're always gonna need somewhere to live. And at the beginning of this journey, I was in the mindset that we're always going to need somewhere to live. You're always going to be paying for somewhere to live, because growing up, my parents had a 30-year mortgage and it took them 22 years to pay it off, right? So that's most of my life. And the whole time I was in the house, we were paying on the mortgage, or they were paying on the mortgage. So it was you're always going to pay for somewhere to live. You don't always need to have a car payment. I remember my parents celebrating when the car was paid off, or you're not going to always have a credit card payment. It's, simpler to pay that off. But you're always going to have to pay for somewhere to live. If it's not the mortgage, it's the rent. So that was kind of my rationale at the beginning of the journey. And then we're the student loans, and we never really had a lot of consumer debt. We maybe average about, I don't know, $300 a month on a credit card, but that's usually groceries, gas, and just kind of the essentials, and we pay that off. But I just get to talking, and then I be like, girl, what are you talking about? What am I talking about?
Consumer debt.
Oh yeah, it's like, so y'all gonna have to pay for somewhere to live, but you don't always have to have this consumer debt or at least student loan debt. So I was like, let's just go ahead and pay it off. That way, this money can be ours. We can have more money to do what we want to do. If that's the vacations, if that's the savings, if that's the investing, just to have more freedom. So yeah, it was really easy to get him on board. It was my idea to do this aggressively, so of course I was on board with it, and we've pretty much stayed the course. I think we should probably get back to writing down our $100 thing, or writing, doing kind of physically outlining and budgeting. I think that would really be helpful. But we are also in a period of transition in our life. There's some things that are going to be coming about within the next couple of months. So we're also planning for that. So we are not aggressively paying off. We want to have a nice nest egg for when this occurs. But we are going to be counting down and sharing that with you bit by bit. So just, hold on. We have a couple months left until the big reveal, until the big announcement. But in the meantime, we hope that we have been able to motivate you, encourage you to stay the course, to start your journey, and to start it in a way that's comfortable for you and comfortable for your lifestyle. Anything else? What did you saying? What did you learn? What have you learned thus far?
I don't know. I haven't really learned anything.
You haven't learned anything?
No, not really.
I mean, anything minor even?
No.
You want me to go while I think?
Yeah,
while
sure.
you think, if you have anything. You sure? You can go. I ain't trying to take over. But I've learned that we kind of find ways to have your money make money. And I know this is like buzzwords, and these are like hot topics right now, but really find a way for your money to make money while it's doing nothing, and find ways to make money that don't involve you being active or present. I know passive income is super huge, and yes, it is easier to make passive income. Gosh, there's something in my eye. Yes, it is easier to make passive income during these times, but you may not have the resources to do so, time, money, or otherwise. But if you can just start small. So what we did do throughout this journey, I think we mentioned it maybe, is we opened up a high yield savings account. So it's not like we're making thousands and thousands of dollars on our money, but it is good to just see, free money, to watch our money grow a little bit. So that's kind of been motivation to find other ways. So, just let's make that money. Don't let it make you, and make your money make money. That's kind of been a nugget.
I still don't have anything. I guess find joy in what you used to like as a child. I guess if you used to write or you like to draw as a child, just find joy in that instead of buying new things. It's fine.
I was like, what's the connection?
Just find joy in doing the things you used to do, and find free things to do. And
yeah, absolutely. Shop black. Shop small. That's another thing.
Shop what?
Shop black. Shop small.
Oh, small.
Small business.
Small. Okay, I was trying to say smart.
Don't do me like that. Don't even do it.
Okay.
Shop black. Shop small.
I thought you were trying to throw an accent on it or something.
No.
Okay.
like my Fearless Fitness workout gear. Ooh, get into it. Poses. I'm gonna drop this down in the description. I'm gonna try my best to drop this down in the description. But I think the tag is fearless.fitness_. Go ahead and get you some workout gear. It's super comfortable. And homegirl, she was like, Amanda, she was like, girl, this gonna squeeze you. That's what it's supposed to do. And I'm like, okay, girl. I mean, not okay, girl, but she was like, go up a size, if you're not real comfortable or if you're not used to having stuff really squeeze you. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of somewhere between a small and a medium. So I'm gonna go on the, the larger end of that. So I got a medium and she was not lying. Like my arm just like in this thing. You can see that definition coming through, like in the shirt. Okay, you feel it? You see it?
Mm-hmm.
You see it? But yeah, I think it is fearless.fitness_. I think that's it. But I'm gonna definitely put that in the comments. That's what it is on Instagram. Shop Noir Media. I have some prints. Noirmedia.net. I have some prints that right now I have one print that you can buy. I'm gonna get some merch up there here soon. Anything you want to plug?
So we're gonna talk about our other stuff, or we're gonna say that for another video?
I'll save it for another video.
All right. I mean, you already said Noir Media.
I'm talking about it again.
Okay. What I do? I got some drone photography stuff. So that's one thing I did over this break. I guess I got my commercial drone license, and you can find that on the Noir Media. And I also do virtual reality and augmented reality development. So if you need any type of training that you want to make in virtual reality or anything you want to make in augmented reality, just hit me up for that and stuff.
That was my virtual reality, augmented reality demonstration.
Yeah.
And now I'm in the world. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
It's conveyed? Is it coming through the screen?
It is.
All right. Well, we said 10 minutes. It's been 20. Thanks for hanging out.
Told you.
Bye. I'm just going to end it right there. You ain't about to prove me wrong. Yeah, we did get on here. We had a really good time. But, yeah, that's it. I don't have an outro yet either. But thank you for following our journey. We hope that your journey's going well. Drop it down in the comments. Let us know what you're doing. Where did you start? Where are you now? Start it from the bottom. And we'll see you next time. Next time.